guys, last time I shared that I was working on my daughter's senior board, and look at that, I finished. So fun. It turned out so good, I think. Of course, I've got such good material to work with. It's so beautiful. As I shared in my last video, as homeschoolers, we do this for our seniors, and for graduation, she's graduating this year, and yeah, so I wasn't able to edit videos and get them out last week so quickly, but I'm back in it now. So yeah, so good to have this over with and all completed. I still have to make her the album of the excess pictures and everything, but I'll do that probably over the summer when I have more time, because it's busy, it's planting time. We have baby bunnies to show you. All sorts of things are happening on the homestead, so it's a busy time. Come see. Okay guys, let's do a baby check. Hi mama. Are you a mama yet? You are. You are a mama. Look at those babies. One. Oh, that's so sweet. These probably were just born. Two with a fat belly. That one's eaten for sure. Three. 4 with another fat belly. Look at that fat belly, you guys. You're feeding them good. 5 babies. They're necessarily okay. Get back in there. It's nice and cozy. Oh, so fat. That's good. Everybody got a good drink this morning, I think. Thank you, Mama. Okay. Put them all back. 5 beautiful babies. That's good. And unfortunately, there was one here, and I rushed it inside. I'll show it to you. Hey, Mama. Let's give you something good to eat. There you go. Give you something good to eat. You all right? You don't like me in here messing with your babies, huh? Okay, well, you have a good snack. And there's one, unfortunately, that is deformed. Didn't make it, so I'll take that one out. Oh. But good job, Mama. 5 good babies. Let me show you the one we have in intensive care. Alright, you guys, I had this little rice pack. Actually, I think it's got beans in it, but I heated it up in the microwave, and I just was heating this one up because it was cold, but it had just died though because it wasn't stiff or anything. So sometimes if you can heat them up, they will come back to life, but I do not think that's going to happen. There's a little bit of blood. I'm not sure what's going on there on this baby, so it might have been born dead. It does not look like it's going to revive. Sometimes I've even like stuck them in my pocket or stuck them in my shirt against my skin, and sometimes they'll warm up. One time I put them in an incubator with some hatching eggs, and they revived, but it does not look like this one is going to. Too far gone. That's okay. It made it in the nest box, but did not make it. Oh well. So not sure what happened here. Sometimes the first mom, this is her first birthing. So sometimes they can get kind of scared, freaked out, and jump on their babies in the nest box, like jump in and out, and I've seen that happen before, and that's hard. And then sometimes, like this one that was left on the wire, sometimes it's just my theory, but sometimes I think they hurt them trying to move them into the nest, and that's kind of looked like maybe what happened. Or maybe it was born dead and she tried to move it into the nest. I don't know, that's just my theory. I could be wrong. But yeah, 5 beautiful babies. Okay, let's check March. You guys, it looks like we have babies. She tears hair right before. Here's a treat for you. There you go. Good mama, good mama. She tears out hair right before she has babies. Uh-oh, and it looks like there's some tissue there. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Oh, yay, look at that one. Little gray one. Look at this little gray one, you guys. Isn't that sweet? With a little ball belly. Okay, 1, 2. They're hard to count. They're scurrying around so much. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 4, 5, 6, I think. This is her second birth. I think 6. Oh, look at that one. That one's gonna be white. Total white, it looks like. Wow. And then there's some black ones. Move the fur back. Oh, there's 2 little white ones. Oh, oh. And some black ones. She did good. 1, 2, 3. It's hard to count. They're scurrying around. 3, 4, 5. At least 5. Maybe 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 7. I think 7. All right, yay! Oh, they're super cute. Look at that, you guys. That's super cute. Okay, baby, sorry. Cover you back up. Easter baby bunnies, yes. You enjoying that treat? Good job, Mama. My men are taking care of the lawn mowing. Trying to anyway. Another fish died in my aquaponics system, so that's not good. So that's a bummer. I just have 4 fish left. You guys probably can't see them, but they hide in the shadows. But yeah, I just have 4 left. So, I probably need to research how to keep these fish alive. I know, maybe should have done that, but it was kind of a surprise thing. Then he gave it to me, so that's okay. My son gave me the aquaponics system, so he had it on his apartment balcony. So he gave it to me to try out, and that is my biggest fear, that I won't be able to keep the fish alive in the warm sunlight, in the full sun, growing plants on top. So we will see. So yeah, 4 left. So I'm really hoping that it will work out, because I have high hopes to use it, make a bigger one for when my garden is going through that drought time in the summer. I would still be able to grow food in an aquaponic system with fish in the bottom. But will it be too hot for the fish? That is the question. So I think I need to do some more research. If you guys know any good aquaponics people on YouTube, you know any good channels that have got one moving, probably needs to be in the south where it's not too cold and where it's hotter. But yeah, if you know anybody, throw it in the comments for me so I can check it out. My favorite kale is going to bloom, so I'm gonna let one plant go to bloom so I can, this is Mars Landing kale, my favorite kind. You can just eat it fresh. It's really yummy, purple on the top and green on the bottom of the leaf. Anyway, I'm gonna let this plant go to seed so I can have some more seed, but means it's time to harvest the rest for one fabulous Easter kale salad. guys, I just found one of my chickens dead. Just found her just like this. Came out to get eggs. And she is dead and stiff. Get away! So this seems like a mystery, you guys. See, we have kind of a little bare patch there, but that's not a huge thing. She wasn't real skinny, although she's a pretty heavy bird. She was one of my darkest egg layers, you guys, my copper Marians. Okay, a little scarring from, oh, here. Wonder if this got infected. That rooster, you guys, is getting after the girls and it's causing injuries. I wonder if that got infected. I guess that could be it. Oh, that's a shame. So you guys, I didn't really expect this to be a problem with having a rooster, that he might be saddling the girls and scraping them, causing injury to my hens, and which is causing infection, which is causing problems. So I did not. Tell me if you've ever had this happen. If I'm, you know, kind of considering getting rid of him. I don't know. I don't hatch that many chicks from him. Right now chicks are in short supply though. Like they go, here in Dallas at least, they go as soon as they get in the morning, the chicks at the feed store, and they're gone that afternoon. Just a few hours and they're sold out. So if I'm gonna have chicks at this time, I would have to hatch them myself probably, but So anyway, this chicken is, however, the one, there was one chicken that would stay out every single night and get on top of the coop, on top of the big coop, every single night. And so she would jump down every single night. So I wonder if she could have gotten injured with that, you know, that jumping, flapping down. So she's all the way up here every night, up here at the top. So, I mean, that doesn't seem like a long way to flap down to the ground to me. She didn't seem injured or limping. So, don't know. Well, that will certainly make my nights easier because I come out here every time and I am frustrated because there's one chicken always out on the top of the coop. Maybe something could have, I always usher her in though, so I don't think anything could have injured her up there. Because I'm thinking a possum could come, a hawk could come get her, so I always usher her back in at the end of the night. Anyway, that would make life easier for me, but yeah, I hate that that happened, and I hate mysteries, and the rooster is hurting my hens, and oh, a lot to consider here. Let me know if you've had any of these problems. Hey you guys, it looks like we're gonna need to do an emergency setup of the incubator. So I pulled the incubator that I made out of my garage and I'm gonna set it up. The reason being, I shared with you that one of my hens that lays the very darkest egg, my full-bred copper Moran, passed away. So I'm gonna take the eggs that I have, I only have a few, and mix them up with, you know, add them with other eggs and put them in here and see if I can get another one of those copper Moran hens that lay that fabulous dark egg. So here we go again. So we made an incubator out of a dimmer light switch and need to plug the bulb in, make sure she's still working. Let's give this a try. We made this cooler a couple of years ago from a honey ham ice chest someone had given us and a window from a picture frame. We made the picture frame out of glass. Sorry. We made the window out of glass from picture frame and carved this out and put little paper clips to hold it in. All right, so let's get going. These ice cube trays filled with ice are going to serve as our humidity sorry, what is wrong with me today? These ice cube trays filled with water are gonna serve as our humidity for our chicks. Next, in goes the bottom, which is a rabbit cage kind of protector, you know, for their feet. So it's a little bit flexible, and on either end there's a little hole that it slips into. So that's our bottom. Next goes a little gripping pad to just go over that bottom so chicks' little feet don't fall through. There we go. And this is just like you would put on shelves, like shelf paper, but it's that rubbery stuff that you would put on like a shelf for dishes in your kitchen. All right, just cut a little scrap of it. Now these little blocks are gonna serve as our egg propping devices. So it's gonna prop the egg carton up like that, and then eggs need to be turned, or you could say shifted in position so that they don't stick to one side of the egg. The mom hen turns them carefully a couple times a day, but we're gonna do like this. So I'm gonna have to open up the lid, reach in, and quickly shift both cartons tilting the other way about 3 times a day. Quickly, so I don't lose my warmth and my humidity. And my trusty digital thermometer is gonna tell me the temperature, and down here the humidity. I hope it's got good batteries still. We'll test it out before we put the eggs in. All right. All right, next we need air circulation. So I got this little computer fan, ordered it on the internet, and rigged it up on a plug adapter. So I need to anchor that in the corner, and I can't remember the best way I anchored it last time. I think with a couple nails. So I'm gonna go get a few nails that are not in here. Okay, I've got a little finishing nail. I'm just gonna push it through the hole there. I think I might have to tape it also. It seemed like it didn't stay very well, so I'll get some tape. And then this wire goes right through this little slit so that it won't make a space when I close the lid. Alright, let's get some tape. Hopefully that will stay in place. Let's plug it in. It's a go, folks. Now we need to bring it up to temperature and humidity, and I should say that I keep this little bottle handy to fill up my ice cube trays, so I don't have to take all this out and fill them up, so I can just squirt through these little holes and fill them up. All right, let's bring this up to temperature. On with the light. So we are wanting the temperature to stay right around 100. 99 is okay, but if it gets over 103, then we're in the danger zone of killing our embryos. So definitely want it to stay right around 100. And we want the humidity for this 21 days to be about 45% to 50% humidity. Until the end of the hatching, the last 3 days, we're gonna increase the humidity a lot. Now you might be saying, Dash, why wouldn't you wanna set up your incubator? It's springtime, new life, hatching of chicks, who wouldn't want that? Well, I'm just really busy right now. I'm a homeschool mom with a senior, and working and taking care of a 2-year-old. It's just a lot. So I'm just feeling, just to be honest, a little overwhelmed. And of course it's spring planting season, and we've really got to take advantage of this quick spring of cool weather. Just a couple months of cool weather before it gets really hot here in Dallas, Texas. So it's just a busy time. Plus, bees are swarming. Bees need to be looked after. People are needing bee rescues. It's just a really busy time. So I was actually not gonna set up my incubator this year and hatch chicks, but because my one Copper Moran, I've actually got 2. She lays a pretty dark egg, the other one, but the one laid the darkest, most beautiful egg. I'll show it to you. I have to try to hatch one of her eggs. So I gathered up the darkest eggs I could find, and I believe these are hers because I'm not finding any more of those in the nest. So, and they are getting older by the day, so I need to do this sooner rather than later. I do have a little bit of time though, because usually hens lay all their eggs in a clutch, and then they wait and sit on them when they're all collected. And so you can use an egg up to a week old. The fresher the better, but up to a week old. So I'm hoping these eggs are okay. I don't think they're beyond a week old, so gotta get this started. The clock is ticking. The other Copper Moran hen I have out there, I think lays this egg, which is also pretty dark compared to, you know, that one. Also pretty dark, but this definitely is my darkest. Beautiful egg. So we'll see. I've only got 2 of those, and then I've got a lot of other dark ones. So we'll see. And this is an olive egg. This one's an olive egg, which I hatched last year, and it is probably a combination of the dark egg-laying gene of my rooster and one of these beautiful Easter egger eggs. So I'm going to try to do a few of those as well. So we'll see what happens. I only can choose 16 though. That'll be hard. My plan was to hatch eggs in the summertime after graduation was over, and I'm not teaching anymore. I finished up my curriculum and I'm out for the summer as far as my teaching job goes. So, but that is not gonna happen because of this hen dying. We're gonna have to push up the calendar and do it now. Now, the one thing I should say about this that kind of adds to my stress and takes a lot of time is it does not have a thermostat. It does not have a thermostat, so that means I have to control it by this dial, turning the light bulb up and down to control the temperature. So that just means that I need to be here watching, really watchful, especially at first, but all during the 21 days. I need to be aware not to let it get too hot, not to let it get too cold. So I'm kind of stuck to it. It's hard to leave for days at a time and you know, hope that it doesn't get too hot. So anyway, that is one thing that adds to it, the kind of the time of it. And it's such a responsibility not letting it get too heated up and kill the chicks, and it is a little bit stressful. If I make another one, I will definitely use an aquarium thermostat. I've seen that done, and I don't think it would be too hard to wire that up, and it would be set like on a timer to control the temperature in there better. But I mean, it was very inexpensive to build compared to like buying an incubator, which didn't have money for at the time. And so yeah, I kind of love my homemade incubator, and it's not too hard to keep up with. It just takes a good watchful eye of my whole family to make sure these chicks get into the world on time and in good shape. All right, next we'll be putting in the eggs. Okay, you guys, the eggs are selected. They've very darkest ones I could find. Hopefully they're not too old. They're still viable. Then over here we're going to do some beautiful blue ones and olive eggers, and mixed with this dark egg-laying gene of the rooster, we should have some interesting olive colors. So that would be fun. Alright, let's get this going and up to temperature. I made myself a little chart on the side of the incubator so I can mark it off every day and remember that it's 50% humidity all this time until the last 3 days, and then up to 70% humidity. All right, we're ready.